So, for some weird reason, you all want to see my past. It's not that exciting. It's kind of depressing, but wow, it's really dark in here. All right, hold on. Let me turn the light on. Does that help? Hold on. So, this is my tool collection. Sit back, relax, and I am going to blow you all's mind, and we're going to go on a journey. And I'm going to show you my life from 2001 through 2004, before I left the automotive field as a professional out of high school. So this is my tool set. These were at the car dealerships when I got a job, and they sponsored me and paid my automotive college tuition to help out the family so that my parents wouldn't be strained as much on paying the tuition. So these were moved to the dealerships, and I worked there. Well, they paid 75% of my automotive education tuition. So this was in 2003. Okay, so I think we'll just start here and we'll go through. At the very top here, we've got the infamous mechanic stuff. Aero Gear was a body kit company back in the Fast and Furious days. That's an oil change sticker from Acura, where I worked one time. Fidanza, I can't even remember. That was a flywheel racing lightweight thing when I used to replace flywheel clutch stuff on transmissions. They did the lightweight aluminum fancy ones. Zex was the Zex were the stickers and things from the nitrous oxide kits. This was a nitrous wet kit where I tapped into the fuel rail and then the nitrous also. Funny stickers that we would stick on each other because we're guys and teenagers, so we would stick them on each other's face and pants, everything, flammable because it was funny. At the top here, we have some random cheap tools and things. Cheap tools, looks like some hood pins from back in the day, giant Allen wrenches, and it's just silly, nothing really. Bunch of box cutters, mostly for getting glue and trim work type things, or box cutter blades, I'm sorry. So I guess how am I going to do this? I guess we'll start here, shall we? I was always a very clean, organized person. So you can see right here we have, looks like a manual flywheel snap-on tool. We got a little crank-looking tool here. We've got some serpentine belt to get very long belts and attachments to get into tight engine bays. We got some infamous Ford adjusters, also known as pry bars back here. And kind of some other different type of pry bars over here. Looks like some pulley bearing pulling kits, if I remember correctly. And this is... looks like a drawer of mostly, we got some long extensions, the super long stuff. We got some Snap-on Matco Craftsman stuff, some stubbies. We got black impact and some swivels. We got some regulars in chrome and nothing really too dramatic there. In this drawer we have what's left. I haven't opened these drawers in so long. We've got some Craftsman. I don't know where the rest of the wrenches are. Some pulleys and bearing, different types of tools and equipment, oil change wrenches. These were my favorite a long time ago. These were my favorite Craftsman actual Phillips and flat different, these Craftsman Professional series. These are my favorite, man. Oh my God, I loved those. I don't know why, the way they grip and the feel of it. We got some snap ring, different snap-on, some pliers and O-ring, different type of inside, outside, type of silliness there. Down here we've got, this is just sockets. Red handle means 1/2-inch drive. Black handle, if I recall, was 3/8 drive. Silver handle was 1/4-inch drive. You have your long, your short. You got 6-point, 12-point, shallow, deep, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why there's a random impact. Looks like a cheap little Harbor Freight set there from a long time at the very end of my career when Harbor Freight was coming to town. This is probably the first time I've opened and gone through this stuff since my YouTube and Magic days, so it's been probably at least 5-10 years minimum. Okay, so let's get to the second thing over here. We've got some things missing and stuff. You got some random plumber's tape. I don't know why. I really didn't like these wrenches. I thought they were too thick to fit in most automotive bays. Thick. And these gear wrenches back in the day were by far, and if you know, of course, the 10 millimeter is missing. Come on, if you're a real car tech, you know the 10 milli. Anyway, so these were by far, again, these gear wrenches were by far the best. These were by far the best ratcheting, infamous gear wrench things from a long time ago. Oh, hold on, trigger you guys. And of course, so we got some long regular wrenches. These are all going to be your 12 pointers. These are going to be standard length. These are going to be boxed in with single 12-point box in. Again, if you're a mechanic and you understand the need for 12 points for tight areas, and you understand the need for 6 points when you need more torque and you don't want to slip. So if you know, you know. Over here we've got the Ford adjuster drawer. We got some super cheap, silly stuff, the giant ass stuff where, and then over here actually, these were probably some of my favorite wrenches. A little bit longer than standard length. This was actually a really good professional series from a long time ago. They are 12-point boxed in. And yeah, nothing exciting there. In this drawer, this was the one that had a lot of history. So this drawer we have your ratchets, your 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, 1/2 inch drive ratchets, specialty ones for tight places, curved for your pleasure, handles, extensions, hand drives, additional airline attachment tools when they pop off and bust, and of course my air tool ratchet set there for impact and everything like that. Some specialty things where if you know, you know. O2 sensor specialty stuff when I do those at the dealership, so that of course the O2 sensor could go in there and the cable and everything, you could break it loose. Some nasty, usually bearing, brake hub type monster stuff, specialty things. You know, some giant, again, specialty snap-on monster Torx type things. You got your swivels, you got your breaker bars when you have those bad days, kind of big stuff like that. Definitely it's a long history here when I thought this was going to be my life of trying to make 30, 40,000 a year. All right, what do we got here? We got a basic stuff here, and oh, by the way, that's a car. This is that's where I plugged in back in the day. This is when we would that's where I tapped into the Zex wet system. The fuel line would tap into there, and then we would mix it here with the air. Then we had the nozzle for nitrous would shoot straight into that. And I usually ran a 75 shot, which represents about 75 horsepower, nothing too crazy, nothing too exotic. But all right, anyway, so we got just, I don't know, snap ring pliers, snap rings, and needle nose, different ones. These were nice actually. I remember those for getting spark plug wires and different things to grip them. You know, curved for your pleasure. Again, more curved things, specialty snap rings, snap-on stuff. You know, how many times you need scrapers and different things too. So, all right, what do we got? Should we keep going, or should we go back to the top over here? The tops are usually messes. Again, autometer, lowering springs, silly garbage ricer stuff that we used to make fun of and throw them around the shop. I think this is a K&N. This was my K&N filter. I don't remember what this was to. This was either a Skyline or Ferrari or something. I don't remember what this was. One of my vehicles. I don't remember. Somebody online, if you're smart, run the K&N. You can tell me what. There's the date on this one. This one's newer. This one was thrown on top of the box. So somebody tell me the date of what vehicle this goes to. I think it's a Skyline GT. I don't remember what that goes to. And of course, basic stuff, check engine stuff. Oh, here's an interesting one. Cheap little stupid things for fuel lines to pop open those rails, multimeters, blah, blah, blah. Let's go back to, I want to finish though. I think I want to go. Okay. So this is, okay. So, well, my last name is on some of that, so I'm not really sure. Hold on. We're going to cover the top. Hold on. Sorry. Let's just kind of go to the bottom here. All right. This is cool. This is cool. So this, okay. So let's do this. This, oh my God. November 2003, employee 197, Rudy. It doesn't have my last name, the rest of my last name, but I'm sure half of you guys already doxed me and know what it is anyways. This was my time card of working at the car dealership, of working on different cars per day. So as you can see, this was a great day. Like an 8, 9 hour shift, I got paid for 13.9 hours. But here, look at this, ready? Okay, so now look at this shift. 6.5 hours for working 8 to 9 hours. What was the date? November 17th, 2003. Also, again, that was, I hated it, man. The vault, God, sorry guys, this is rough. 8.3 hours, a decent day. 7, that's okay. All right, I didn't do too bad. 10 hours. Oh, 4 hours in an 8-hour shift. How about getting paid half? 5 hours. Oh God. Oh God. That's, oh Jesus. 0.3s. Those are probably new car PDI inspections or oil changes or something stupid when I first started. God. 4.4. I don't even know. I'm gonna move those. That's a throwback. Stickers, stupid stuff. Some little kits. Oh, this was, oh man, this was a great tool. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these things before. So this is a fantastic hose clamp tool. So this tool here, oh my God, for different hoses and like doing water pumps and different, getting the coolant lines. Man, in tight places, you could drop this all the way in the engine bay. It would clamp on the hoses. You can expand it and contract it, and it would literally just clamp the hose. You can control it from the other side of the engine bay. Amazing. Oh, this was something that was not used very often, but it was something that was I needed. So this is a compression test, yeah. So this is a compression test kit. You, if you think you have a blown head gasket or something wrong with the motor, you have a car that's towed in or something, you could see if a certain cylinder is lacking compression, low on compression, or has no compression, you know. Just, you know, just little stuff. I was not really a super mega successful mechanic technician. I didn't stay with it long enough. O-rings, if customer cars, they're probably dried out. They're so old now. Well, actually, it's like they're probably useless by now. Well, actually, they seem okay. Different kits, basic things, pulley removers, basic crap, boring stuff. I don't even remember what these things are. I don't even know what it is. Oh, a cheap little piece of crap set that someone probably gave me as a gift. This is actually pretty decent. These are the brake caliper removal things. These are actually, is this open? These are pretty cool back in the day. These I actually did use quite a bit for after brake jobs and to push the caliper back in. I don't even remember what some of this stuff is. What is this? It's gotta be some cheap China crap that was a gift or something. Oh, yep, Harbor Freight. Yeah, caliper kit. Not caliper kit, micrometer, kind of measuring, that's cool. All right, that's kind of neat. Well, that's history that I don't care about. Well, I guess we'll continue some more. What we got? Cheap wrenches, some basic crap. Harbor Freight, little nut drivers. These actually I did use sometimes. They're 6 points. They're good. If you just need that quick though, if there's not a lot of tension, those are good. But if you gotta break things loose, they're useless. Crow's feet. I never, you know, I bought these because I had some stupid job that paid $10 one time, and used it with like one of these one time. These stupid things. What a waste of money. All right. Well, this was an important drawer. Okay, so in the young days of the Fast and Furious stuff, not really the cutters, but I don't know if you guys know what these are and these are. These are for kind of spring compression tools for doing struts, lowering springs on cars. You would compress the spring, and these are really good at commercial ones too. So we'd use these to compress the spring for doing suspension work or lowering a vehicle and stuff like that. Maybe lowering some Hondas or Acuras or Supras or whatever it was back in the day. So we did stuff like that. Again, some nice wrenches. God, everything's a mess from a long time. Young me would be freaking out if I left in this kind of condition. These were probably one of my favorite wrenches. These are line wrenches. These are fantastic. So they have an extra grip, so you don't actually strip a nut that's for like a fuel line or a nitrous line. So to give you an idea, if you had, here, let me show you guys. So if you had something like this, like if you had a nitrous line or a fuel line that had this type of fitting like that, oh my God, it was just the difference on that kind of thing. And you could take a wrench, and instead of just going around it on the side, it could go down on top, and you would never strip it. Your amount of torque, the ability to grip it was like so much better. That was a big thing. Oh my God, there it is. There it is, boys and girls. Air guns. Okay, this was a very useful drawer. This is where I had, these Craftsman Pro tools were great. We got punches and things, and to kind of, I don't remember what I used them for. This was interesting, like you put box cutter blades in that. That was really nice. And of course your just typical tools and vice grips and lock stuff and mirrors and stuff. Okay. What do we got here? Some bleeder kits for like bleeding brakes and stuff like that. You got little pumps and things. Kind of an old-fashioned cheap torque wrench, some cheap crap. Looks like an LED light, electronic, kind of a cheap little testing to see if you have power and ground. Some foo-foo-y stuff. We have the hammer drawer. We have Dremels for cutting when things break and go wrong, and saws. Drill bits and things when you have bad days. And we have the hopes and dreams drawer. When you have a little vacuum leak in an engine bay, we have different thicknesses and hoses and things like that. Remember, not all hoses are the same. You have basic hoses like this. Okay, then you have high pressure hoses like this that actually have that extra strength inside for more tension and torque. Oh, God, I always remember what happened to that thing. I'm sure it doesn't work anyways. God, look how old this is. It's like, oh God, the plastic is, oh God, that's garbage. Oh God. Oh God, the plastic completely broke down. So, I think 16 minutes in, I don't think we're going to continue. I think you guys get the idea. Oh, my hands are so sticky now. I think the biggest takeaway of this video is, for anyone out there, I genuinely thought from the year of 2001 and 2002 in graduating high school, it's all the way to 2003, 4, 5 range when I did all this stuff. I thought this was my entire future. As you can see, I put all the money I made on my paychecks, I put everything right back into tools, into doing this kind of stuff, because I thought this was going to be my life. I had no idea, this was the time I had kind of stepped away from magic. And this was the time that I, needed to make money and get a real job. And so I put a lot of money into tools and tried to buy all the nice stuff. And at the time, these new ball bearing smooth toolboxes were the really good high-end ones. And honestly, 10, 20 years later, with all the weight, they're still fantastic, man. These drawers, I'm kind of surprised how well this stuff held up, honestly. I'm very surprised by it. So, I don't know if this video has a lesson. I don't know if there's really a point to this. I just want you to understand that I can't believe how old I am and how far I've come in things and what I thought was going to happen versus what actually happened. I think it reinforces how unpredictable things are. And it reinforces that you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the direction. You don't know if you're going on the wrong path until years later you look back, and I look back at the stuff and I'm going, oh my God. I don't think I could even sell this stuff. This is just more of this is just more of something, This is just more, I would, even if somebody offered me X amount of thousands, I wouldn't sell it. I just couldn't, I don't know, you get into that weird crap, it's like, okay, so if I didn't do this, would I have gone back to magic? Would I have gone to finance? Would I have done the YouTube? Would I have gone to build the cardboard store, LGS, Rudy basement empire? Would I have done any of that stuff? I don't know. Because instead of those time cards that had 4 or 5 hours and some bad days, if all those days were 13 hours, like that one good day I had, maybe that's why I kept that stack, I don't know. But if all of them were good days, okay, and everything worked out, and I was working 8-hour days and getting paid for 13 hours a day, and my pay rate back then was $15-20 an hour, that'd be like me making $30-40 an hour, in my mid-20s. I don't know if I would have, and back then, $30-40 an hour, ladies and gentlemen, 2004, if you make $30-40 an hour, I don't think you understand how good a life you would have had. So, I don't know. It's a weird thing. And with everything in this world, with finance, with collectibles, the future, I think this reinforces to everybody. I just want to leave everybody on this message. And God knows what the comment section will be. I want to leave everybody on this message. I got nothing.